Okay, that's good. That's
Beautiful.
okay. Actually, I was thinking, what should I talk about? Because Miriam was so good last time, like last Friday, right? Feature Friday. And like you're right, we sometimes, with this experience, I thought about some things that I brought from the past, blast from the past, let's say so. And making deals happen in a tough market because I went through that couple times, if not three times in 2008 when the market was going down, right? And then in 2017, after the, foreigners taxes were implemented, also in 2020 and 21, you remember that COVID times, right? So I will just start with my mindset, the same like Miriam did last time. So my mindset starts like I always think about it. This is not a job. I am not working for somebody. This is my business, not a job. Treat your real estate as a business, small business, same like people have their, those, convenience store, so bakeries or something like that. So that's your business too, and that's the only income that you have at this point. So when I started my business, it was my real estate. I had a family of five. Husband was on WSIB compensation, and that was the only income that I could make. That's why it was business, not a job for me. No excuses. Treat people the way you would like to be treated. I learned it from like going to the church and like reading lots of things. If we don't treat people the way we want to be treated, they will not actually care about us. They will not care until they see that you care. The other one is I start day with a smile and prayer, thanking God for each new great day. No matter what happens, but thanks God and always smile. My clients are my friends and family, most of them, and it's true because like even going to the weddings, birthday parties, or some other events, my clients invite me because I treated them the same like I would have treated all the members of my family. The other thing is that blame yourself, not them, if something goes wrong. I always think I must have done something wrong. I should have done this and that. So I don't blame them, even if it's their fault. However, blame yourself. And every day when I wake up, I think I'm unemployed today, and I think you understand what I mean. I'm unemployed today. This is my first day of the work. Nobody's going to pay me anything. I'm the only one who is paying myself. And always, if you noticed, and as you noticed, I'm always optimistic and positive, no matter what happens. That's the only way to survive at any kind of market. My personal approach is me, myself, and I think you would agree, you and your business depends on your active choices. I know that lots agents in our team, they read this book, Active Choices by Peter, I don't remember his last name, but we can find out what it
Passetto,
means.
Passetto.
Yes, Pesado, right? Yeah, thank you, Diana.
That's
So,
right.
active choices, what that means. Everybody has the active choice what to do. As he explained, every morning we wake up and we have 5 seconds to make a decision what to do. Oh, I don't feel like waking up right now, getting up right now, going to gym or go swimming or to start my exercising. I will stay in bed an hour. That's your active choice. Or you say like, well, that's it. I slept too long. I need to do this after gym, after swimming. I do this, and then I start calling, or I go to meetings, so on and so forth. They call it active choice. 5 seconds in the morning. Then don't blame anybody else. Don't blame the weather. Don't blame your husband, your brother, sister, mother. That's your choice. Be always honest with customers and clients, even if the truth it hurts. If you're honest, they trust you. Even if they don't go with you with somebody else, but they will remember that you were honest. Tell people what they need to know, not what they want to hear. And when we go to, let's say, listing presentation, doing the CMA, we always ask people, would you like to hear what the truth is, or would you like to hear what you want to hear? Most of them say, like, no, I want to hear the truth. Yeah, the truth is that. The truth is we're not in the 2021, we're in 2025. The other lesson that I learned from the past, first focus on their personal needs and business will come. Focus on their personal needs and business will come. Very important is, and actually we discussed it yesterday at scripting meeting with Katie, that educate customers and clients, discuss the problem and find the solutions together. We have to educate them. Lots of our clients, they don't search the market, they don't focus on market, they don't learn the market every day. They must have owned the property, let's say, for 20 years, and they're still thinking that 20 years back. They don't know what's going on with the market today. And that's why it's our task to educate them and to show them by examples. Their interest is number one, not my interest. And another approach is don't be a secret agent and never give up. Don't be a secret agent. Don't be scared of people. Well, the worst case scenario, they may be rude to you, but I did not have any rude people, like maybe 3-4 times in my whole experience of 21 years. And those people, it's their problem. So like, talk to people. It costs you nothing. Any questions so far? Everybody is so quiet. I'm not used to that.
You explained everything so great.
I
I'm
was
just
gonna
all
say, yeah,
ears.
me
Yeah.
too. No questions yet. It's just fascinating and so great to hear how you operate every day. And it's no
Okay.
surprise why you're so successful. So continue.
Okay, thank you. That was my personal approach. Now, how you show up matters. I agree with Miriam 150%. Always smile when you show up. And please come 5 minutes earlier to any appointment. It is very important because if you come, even if you came 10 minutes before, sit in the car, but in front of the lot, right? It's very important because if you came 5 minutes later, it may just show the potential client buyer or seller, oh, well, what kind of agent is that? They really appreciate when you come in time. Very important. Dress professionally, but do not overdress. What I mean by that, let's say if you're going to show the farm, or you're going to show vacant land, somewhere outskirts, right? Somewhere in a rural. Don't put on the suit for $500 or $1,000 and the shoes of for $400, right? To show off. Just put something like really like dress like rubber boots or like very something comfortable that you don't look funny when you meet with a potential buyer or seller. Sometimes I had a situation when you go to meet with the people who own a small cottage and their income is pretty low. And when you show up in expensive stuff, also sometimes it doesn't work the way you want to look the same like they do, kind of clean, clear, but still the same level, I would say so. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean.
Yes, like mirroring almost. It's a
Exactly.
form of mirroring.
That's right. Especially if you know who you're going to meet, right? Be confident, but not aggressive. My background influenced the beginning of my career a lot. And then I learned a lot from Sandy Young and then from Jennifer and even from Wayne Winch when we worked in the same team, let's say same company. I was so eager to help people, but because I'm from the country where, like dictator country, so I was so positive and willing to help people. However, it scared sellers or buyers, potential sellers, for example. Because what I do usually, if I did not win, if I don't win the, let's say, the listing after the CMA, I usually call back and say, congratulations, I'm glad that you've chosen somebody else, but for my future experience, can you please tell me why you decided to go with that company or with that agent, even if we're the best one or like number one here in Georgina? It costs me nothing to call back because I have the information. And when I hear like, you know what, like, I mean, you were just pushy, you were so pushy. So I sounded as aggressive. That's very important. Even if you're confident, but watch the language, like Diana mentioned, mirror what they're saying, their voice, their tone, the speed of speech. Very important. And very important is also listen, listen, and listen. Start talking when they stop talking. As we know that 80-20% rule, that we have to talk 20% and listen 80%. Thank you, Miriam. Getting deals in a slow market. Number one, because of the long years of experience, I have lots of past clients. So I contact my past clients and sphere and ask for business. Like not like just ask the business, but I always remind about, oh, by the way, how's the family doing? I have the names. You always also, when you have clients, please make sure you write down all the names of the children, of their pets. So when you call them, you ask about how's this boy doing? Well, how is your daughter is doing? Oh yeah, how's like Chico is doing? Oh yeah, he's still alive. Good, good, good. He's 20 years old already, right? Something like that. And then after speaking about the family and their needs, I asked, like, boy, I'm still in the business. Have you heard if anybody is thinking about selling or buying? Maybe somebody from your neighborhood. I know that you're in the neighborhood for 20 years. You know everybody there on the street. So that's how I ask for the business. And also, of course, send the greeting cards to all your past clients, greeting cards to every holidays. Let's say Christmas is the most important. For the Christmas, I even send those small Tim Hortons cards, $5, $10, or like lotto cards. And I learned it from Jennifer, like that lotto, not cards, but like lotto, like $2, $3, $4. Some people win even $10. They call me back and say like, oh, by the way, I won $10. Right? Send greeting cards and small presents that I mentioned already, and statutory holidays. The first, Canada Day, Labor Day, Valentine's. But make sure that when you send Valentine's card, that those people are together and they have somebody. It's not like single person. Happy Valentine's Day. It doesn't work. Yes, so be present in the community. Open houses, door knocking, and community events. Like I said, I have so many clients now from my church, right? And so that helps. Open houses, as the rule says, if you host open houses 8 times, 8 open houses a month, you get there. You're getting there. People start to know you. They greet you when you go shopping in stores or somewhere else. They, oh, hi, Anna. Sometimes I don't even remember these people. Hi, I came to your open house at 17 Farley Circle. Oh, okay, how's everything? Right? So, like, be present. Another thing that I started to do, and it worked pretty well for me, send thank you cards to open house visitors when you have and if you have their addresses. In 2023-24, so it was like I sent a greeting card, a thank you card to my visitors. They provided their address, and they called me back a couple of weeks later. And from that one greeting card, not greeting, sorry, thank you card, I've got 3 businesses at that point, and now I'm working on 2 more. It's the same family. First children, then parents, then another parent. It was only one thank you card. And trust me, not everybody does that. Okay, talk to people in banks, stores, spa salons, church. You go do mani pedi. You talk to the people who are next to you, right? So what I also did, I go to do mani pedi, the Keswick nails, and like for some holidays, I bring $5 cards for every girl who works there. There are usually 7 or 8 of them. Use scripts during those conversations and visits. That's why scripts are so important. I think scripts are number one in the business because they help you to handle objections. Okay, tips and tricks that work for me. As I said, so you use scripts and calling when I call and talk to potential buyers and sellers. Be prepared to handle objections. Find a reason why selling and buying before you waste your time and your money. This kind of market is very important. And again, Jennifer mentioned several times that find a reason why. If people want to sell, just trying to sell, if they get this price, they will sell. If they don't, they will not. It doesn't work this way today. So our team, we spend lots of money, lots of effort to promote, and it doesn't sell. So I mean, it's not a good point. Try to find the reason why they're selling. If they're relocating, or divorce happened, or people just are upsizing, not downsizing, or empty nesters, that's a different story. But and I always tell people, well, we are not in 2021, we are already in 2025. And remember, this year is not as good as it was 2024, speaking about the prices. Get 5 no's when calling potential buyers before you let them go. I'm talking about calling the pond. And at the scripting, I also teach the ISA people, please try to get 5 no's before you let them go. Because there is a situation like when you go shopping, when you step into the store right away and the salesperson comes to you, can I help you? What do you say? No, thank you, I'm just looking. The same with our calls. The people on the other side, they don't know us. They don't want to share their needs with us right away. But when you start to talk slowly and, oh, by the way, before I let you go, can I ask you one more question? Can I ask you one more question? And when 5 times, well, obviously, if the people say like, no, you know what? I have an agent. Yes, there's no win-win. Sometimes there is. So get 5 no's, agents inspection of the properties to know the market. I spoke about several times. We used to have Safari, agent Safari in Georgina, several, like 10, 15 years ago. So what happened on Wednesdays, all the new listings were on the list, and all the agents who would like to go, like we had only 4 real estate companies at that time, they would go place to place. So everybody knew the new listings, which helped to find the buyers and which helped to in the future negotiation. And Thursdays were everybody went to Georgina, Georgina Safari. Now, when I suggested to the new agents, especially when you choose the area of your influence, when you farming area, go and do agent inspection of every new listing there, because when the time comes to list, you will be very professional because you know exactly what you're talking about this every property. Even if people say like, listen, I don't know, well, I see everything, I saw the pictures, my husband, my house is much better. Well, wait a second, do you know that, can you smell the property when you look? Can you smell it? Can you see if there is a smoker or bad smell or something else, or leaking basement, smell of moisture, mildew, and you cannot smell it. So that's why you have to go. It will help you in negotiations in the future, especially in the area of your influence. And objection handling. I just want to play some game with you guys. I heard, like, speaking with agents at scripting, the most objections were like that. It's not a good time to buy right now. The market is shifting and there are more and more houses coming. They have enough time to buy. I don't think it's a good time to sell right now. I want to list in spring. I want to wait till the interest rate goes down. Go down. Can anybody just objection number 1? It's not a good time to buy right now. What do you tell? Anybody? Volunteers. Hello.
I always
So,
shift the question back to them and say it can always be a good time. It depends. Are you looking to buy, sell, invest, or rent? Pivot back to that script.
okay. Anybody else? It sounds like nobody's talking to buyers anymore, right?
Well, I always ask them why do you think that? So I can develop a rapport and a conversation with them.
Mhm. Anybody else? Okay. So like my first question is usually, why do you think that it's not a good time to buy right now? And then, okay, if I can prove you that buying today is much better than buying tomorrow, will we start look seriously? And then I go back, and that's what exactly Katie did. She mentioned it yesterday at scripting. She said, like, well, okay, let's say if we go back in 2021, 22, if people remember that, do you remember what was the market? How was the market at that time? Yes. Do you remember multiple offers? Yes. Do you remember the people overpaying 100, 200 over asking price? If they don't know all that, I start to talk, okay, so what do you think is happening now if it's a buyer's market? Can you negotiate? Yes. Can you put the conditions? Yes. All this stuff helps you to buy today. Any other suggestions, guys? We're here, like maybe something else when people say it's not a good time to buy right now. What else do we say?
I just put it back on to them too to try to find the black swan as to why they're not looking to buy right now. Maybe it's not about the market. Maybe it's just a personal thing for them.
Bingo. That's a good one too. Thank you, Alex. Okay, the next one. The market is shifting and there are more and more houses on the market. I can see it every week. There are more and more houses coming to the market. What would you say then? Anybody? Okay. What if you ask the question, do you remember the time when you were shopping somewhere and you saw something that caught your eye, but you did not stop to buy that thing because you had no time and you decided, well, there are lots of them available right now. I'll come later when I have time and buy. And then to find out when you come by, the best ones are sold already. Do you remember that time? And everybody was in that situation. And I said, that's exactly the time right now. May I explain you why? Okay. And even though there are many homes on the market, the good ones for the good price always sell. Because everybody wants to get the good house, the best house for the best price. Would you agree? Right? So you do want the best house, right? So if this is the only reason you don't want to buy because you're waiting for the best to come, let's go and start to look now. The other objection, I don't think it's a good time to sell right now. I want to list in spring. Anybody, please help me.
I always come back to not having a crystal ball. We don't know what market conditions are going to be like in spring. We know what they are today. So why wouldn't we make the educated choice and work with what we know today versus what we don't know tomorrow?
Exactly. Plus, you can always,
And
I always ask, yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
for buyers, it's, oh, you know what? A lot of people are saying the same thing. So what do you think that means if everyone's waiting to buy in the spring? Do you think you'll have more competition or less competition?
That's great. What about sellers?
Yeah.
Again, throw the question.
Well, everyone's waiting to list for the spring. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I'm just asking like, yes, I'm asking like, okay, may I ask you why you think that it's the spring market is the best? Well, because the spring, I said, oh, wait a second. What do you think? If you think the same way, what about the other people? Would they think the same way? Yes. And plus, there are no season for the sale. There is no spring, there is no summer. There is a seller's market and there is a buyer's market. And our experience shows that December, January, February are the best months ever for the sale. Would you agree? If they say no, most of them said, no, what are you talking about? It's a Christmas time. Exactly. And most of the sellers think the same way. Why should I list my property when it's Christmas time, holidays, and everybody's celebrating? Do you think there are still buyers there? Diana,
Yep.
do you think there are still buyers there?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, thank you.
Sorry, my
And
reception's not the best
yes.
right now.
And
Yes,
do you think
an enthusiastic yes.
yes, great. So do you think if there are buyers during the Christmas time when everybody is celebrating and having parties and going to vacation, they still come to have a look at the house? Are they serious buyers or just tire kickers?
I would say they're serious.
Yes. And if there are 3 houses to choose from and 5 buyers who are looking to, what kind of market is that? What do you think?
Sellers.
Sellers.
Yes. Most of the sellers decide to take their property off the market because they don't want to move in winter, right? But if you sell your house in January, you can put a longer closing and close in April. And then we just bring the numbers based on our experience. Math always helps. Based on our experience, there were X amount of this and that, right? So, sorry, that's my phone. Yeah, and the last, okay, so I'm talking too much. The last objection, I want to wait till the interest rate goes down. What is our answer? Anybody, please, 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 please. It's the last one, and then I will let you go. I will not torture you anymore, please.
Just like everything, I put it back as a question to them as to why they think interest rates are coming down. Because they aren't historically high right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I also like to remind them that you date the interest price, you marry the or the interest rates, you marry the price, right? And if that's the case, a lot of times you can see as interest rates are up, there's less people buying. The houses might traditionally come down in price. So from a strategic perspective, you may actually get a good price if you're doing variable, then those interest rates will effectively come down eventually. Just a different way to think.
Yes, thank you, Alex. That's a good point. And I always I want to find out why they want to wait till interest rate goes down, because there are 2 groups of buyers. One group is they cannot get approval until the interest rate goes down. Then I find out and say, okay, let's see what happens, right? And wait. But there's also waiting to, when interest rate goes down, then I will buy, but financially they are strong. And then I just ask them, listen, when the interest rate down, do you think there will be more or less buyers on the market? Obviously, they will say more, right? Okay, if there are more buyers on the market, what do you think will happen with the market? More buyers, we can get again multiple offers. Why should we wait till it happens? But we can negotiate the price right now, and even with the high interest rate, you will be making the same payments that you may pay in the future with lower interest, but overpaying or paying 50, 100,000 over asking price. If I can prove you that buying today at this interest rate would cost you almost the same like buying when the interest rate goes down 1%, would you start looking then? And that's how we compare. It's all about math. And that's I use the calculator, mortgage calculator, at this price with this interest, and then at this price with this interest. Difference is usually $50 or $100 more. People don't realize it. Sorry, guys, I took too much of your time. So thank you. Any questions?
So it's okay. You're passionate. We love that.
Thank
You could go on and on, I'm sure.
Any questions so far? Thank you very much and I appreciate your time spending with me. I hope it helps.
That was great.
Thank you,
Thank
Anna.
you.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Anna. This
much.
is great.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
My pleasure. Bye-bye.